best-selling author and win the National Book Award.
I'm going to be a marine biologist.
Wait, I take mine back. I'm going to be a biomedical engineer.
I think I'll be the president.
I'm going to be Secretary of State.
World-class chef, right here.
Race car driver.
Artist. Paleontologist.
Film director.
Surgeon. Teacher. Scientist. Olympian.
I'm going to be the boss.
Disability is something most people don't like to think about. But a 35-year-old man has a 1 in 5 chance of becoming disabled during his working lifetime. A woman of the same age has a 1 in 4 chance. If you become disabled and are unable to work, you may apply for Social Security disability benefits. There are 2 ways you can apply. The fastest and most convenient way is online at www.socialsecurity.gov. Or you may call 1-800-772-1213 to make an appointment to apply at your local Social Security office or to set up an appointment for someone to take your application over the phone. Learn more about disability benefits and take advantage of the helpful Disability Starter Kit at www.socialsecurity.gov/disability. That's www.socialsecurity.gov/disability.
Welcome back to Studio 27 on this Friday morning, the 25th day of October. Joe Hafter here, back on the case. Remember that show? Cartoon from the late 60s, early 70s. Of course, I caught it reruns in the 80s and early 90s. And now on YouTube, The Inspector. I love that theme. And I had no idea the full theme was 2.5 minutes. Well, I always heard an edited version, which is roughly about 30 seconds. Anyway, let's see. What do you say we take a look at what's trending on this Friday, the 25th day of October? And without further delay, here's the intro for that.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
And now things you need to know on this Friday as you head to your respective water coolers and so forth. It is Sourest Day, the day for the grumps, curmudgeons, and cranky pants of the world to unite. It's also St. Crispin's Day on this date in 1415, when King Henry V defeated the superior forces of France at the Battle of Agincourt. There's a passage about this in Shakespeare's Henry V, taking note of this particular event on this date in 1415. And today is Frankenstein Friday. It is the last Friday in October. In news attack this morning, a teaching assistant at the University of Iowa was supposed to send the class answers to math questions, but accidentally sent them naked pictures of her and her boyfriend. So much for 1 + 1 = 2. You know, that's just a little too much information there. In news attack this morning, well, there were 2 of them. Okay. John McCain says that he's thinking about running for re-election to the Senate in 2016. That's the year he turns 80 years old. Although he doesn't look a day over 85 now, if you ask me. You know, with all the grandkids running around the house, he's looking for a place to take a nap. So, good luck there, Senator McCain. And is it time to panic? Just a reminder, as of today, as of this very day, we're just 2 months away from Christmas. Ugh. I hadn't even thought about who I'm going to snub for Christmas gifts this year. And so what else got here for you? Diamond-studded e-cig cost over $800,000. And in an effort to get his girlfriend to quit smoking, a Russian tycoon bought a diamond-studded electronic cigarette. The luxury anti-smoking stick sports 46... Is this Stravosky crystals? Must be a Russian and witches, sir. 46 Swarovski crystals, a 24-karat gold button, and more. The e-cig device took 4 months to complete. You know, with $800,000, I think you could have come up with one hell of a smoking cessation program. I mean, come on. $800,000? Well, he obviously loves this woman, or he wouldn't spend that kind of money trying to get her to quit smoking. I hope she's worth it. And finally, Dancing with the Stars regular Maxim Trukowski, or how do you say that name, has confirmed that he's dating Kate Upton. Well, damn. There goes my weekend. I was going to ask Kate out for a date. And finally, in theaters this weekend, it's the premiere of The Counselor and Bad Grandpa. I want to go see Bad Grandpa. I'm not a big fan of Jackass, but I think this movie will be quite funny to watch. And that's the things you need to know on what's trending for today. Now, let's take a look at news.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
And here's the news headlines for today. As I told you about earlier in the program, new details have emerged about the death of a Massachusetts high school teacher. Police have released new details of the death of Danvers high school teacher Colleen Ritzer, who was allegedly killed by her student. According to police, she asked her 14-year-old student, Philip Chisholm, to stay after class because he had been doodling during class. He allegedly followed her to the restroom and killed her with a box cutter he had brought to the school premises. Police then alleged that he put her body in a recycle bin and dumped it 20 feet into the woods nearby the school. He then allegedly went to a Wendy's restaurant and saw a movie. Chisholm remains jailed without bail. And 8th grade test scores compared globally. When the math and science test scores of 8th graders in the United States were compared to their peers around the globe, they came up ahead in many states, but not all. Massachusetts ranked at the top of U.S. students, but was still behind some Asian countries. Mississippi, Alabama, and District of Columbia students below the international average, with scores similar to Kazakhstan and Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The majority of states ranked above the international average, however. And Virginia gubernatorial debate turns to gun rights. Virginia's two gubernatorial candidates debated last night, with heated discussions turning to gun topics. Republican Ken Cuccinelli said tougher gun laws would not help prevent mass shootings. Meanwhile, Democrat Terry McAuliffe said gun laws should be tougher and some people should not own guns. McAuliffe has seen his lead grow to over Cuccinelli in polls ahead of the November 5th election. And that, my friends, is a look at news headlines for this Friday. Yeah, it's Friday, isn't it? Now, how's that weather, you're asking? Well, I'm glad you did, because I'm going to tell you.
Serious rainfall happening with these storms. Like we're talking, just say like we're talking.
And take a look at the weather forecast for this Friday and into the upcoming weekend for the United States of America. A southern chill for just a little bit longer, starting off in the northeast. Some lake effect rain and snow showers linger for this Friday, especially downwind of Lakes Erie and Ontario. The rest of the region will be dry and chilly. High temperatures will be in the 40s over the interior and the 50s on the coastal plain for today. Several reinforcing shots of cold air will keep the region below average through early next week. Outside of spotty rain and snow showers for the interior northeast, no major bouts of rain or snow are expected through the weekend. A return to milder air and closer to average is in store for the region by the middle of next week. In the south, the region will have a dry and very chilly Friday. The only exception will be a few showers across the far western parts of Texas and extreme southern Texas today. The coldest air of the season blasted to the southeast and southern Appalachians today and tomorrow. Many areas in the south will see a frost or freeze for tomorrow morning in the 20s and 30s. Highs today will only reach the 50s from Kentucky through the Tennessee Valley to northern Georgia to the East Coast. Highs in the 60s to low 70s along the Gulf Coast. Warmer 80s will prevail across southern sections of Florida and Texas. And showers and storms will increase across Texas tomorrow, including San Antonio, Austin, and Dallas, as an upper low moves out of the southwest. Here in the Midwest, much of the region will have dry conditions today, as a sprawling high-pressure system dominates the region. Some lake-effect rain and snow showers will fall east and southeast of Lake Michigan and off Lake Erie and northeast Ohio. Most lake-effect precipitation will be in the form of rain, but some minor snow accumulations are possible in higher terrain areas. Temperatures will remain 10 to 20 degrees below average into the weekend for the Great Lakes and near average through the high plains. Highs will primarily be in the 40s to near 50 over from the Dakotas to the Ohio Valley, in the 60s across much of the central to southern plains. Warmer 60s today from western South Dakota to western Kansas and Oklahoma. Outside of some lake effect rain and snow showers in the Great Lakes, most of the area will be dry and chilly through the upcoming weekend. And some big changes, though, early to middle of next week, as a vigorous storm system blossoms showers and storms, possibly severe, through the plains and Mississippi Valley. Out west, an upper weathered area of low pressure aloft will trigger showers and a few thunderstorms from southern Colorado down through New Mexico. Snow showers in the highest elevations. Temperatures are forecast to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average from from eastern Washington and Oregon to Arizona, Utah, and Idaho. Widespread fog will remain persistent for western areas of Washington and Oregon, including Seattle and Portland. Milder 60s and 70s occur from the northwest to Colorado and New Mexico. Warmer 70s, 80s to near 90 from California to Arizona. A potential winter storm will develop in Montana and Idaho by late Sunday and will move into Wyoming by Monday. Heavy snow and wind will dominate the valley locations, receiving 6 to Monday. And that, my friends, is a look at the nationwide weather forecast for this Friday. Remember, you can get the weather forecast 24/7 via my website, going to tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or tinyurl.com/Gunther Mobile, and look for the links there. Okay, just click on the weather button or the weather link, and you'll go directly to the Weather Channel's nationwide weather forecast, available 24/7. Now, take a look at the Kirksville, Missouri area weather forecast for the rest of today and into the weekend and much of next week. This afternoon, we'll see sunny skies with highs in the low to mid-50s. Southwesterly winds about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight, lows around 30 to 35, around 35. Southwest winds at about 10 miles an hour. For tomorrow, sunny skies, highs in the mid-50s. West winds shifting to the southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Turning to the north and northwest in the afternoon, with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. For Saturday night, mostly clear, lows around 28. North to northwest winds at 5 to 10. Sunday, sunny skies, highs in the mid-50s. South to southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly clear for Sunday night, lows in the mid-30s. Sunny skies Monday, highs in the upper 50s with 60% chance of showers Monday night. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, lows in the mid-40s. For Tuesday, another chance for rain, 60% chance again. Highs near 60, lows in the mid-40s. A 30% chance of rain for Wednesday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-50s. A 50% chance of showers Wednesday night, lows in the lower 40s. For Thursday, a 30% chance of showers, highs in the middle 50s. And that is a look at the weather forecast on this edition of First Cup. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll have the Friday Funnies as well as News of the Weird after the CBS World News Roundup.